Well, good evening and welcome to Bulldogs Hockey. We're live at the RP Lumber Center as the Bulldogs get ready to drop the puck with the rival Triad Knights. Kadich will get the start in net tonight for Triad. The starting lineup is Luke Gunter, wearing number 75. Justin Lau, wearing number 35. Wearing number 12, Josh Resman Jr. Wearing number 55, Gus Tolley. Wearing number 5, Jack Nimmo. And starting in net tonight for the Bulldogs is Wade Konieczny, wearing number 88. Singing of the national anthem and 14 minutes on the clock, and we're ready for some hockey. Konieczny skates out to the pipes. Nimmo will take the draw. He'll have Gunter and Lau on the wings. Or Lau. I missed how Donnie Gunter pronounced it. Tolley and Josh Resman backing him up on defense, and Konieczny is ready to go in the blue paint. They win it back to Resman. He'll feed it up the boards for Justin Lau. Triad knocks it away. Perschbacher will bring it in. Lau comes in, takes the body, picks up the loose puck. He'll skate it out. Winds up through center ice. Brings it in wide. Tries to fire it out front. Throws it off a leg pad looking for a rebound from Nimmo. Resman and Tolley try to hold the zone, but that's only, well, Gunter comes in, holds it, walks in, fires a shot, saved by Kadich, and no rebound. And lots of pushing and shoving right in front of the net, just like you would expect at the beginning of any Triad Highland game. Let's see if I can't get it zoomed in a little bit more tonight. A little bit more action there on the phones. Hoyt takes the draw. Triad wins it back. He's out with Hicks and Weiss. Hirschbacher picks it up off the near glass, walks in, fires a shot off the stick of Konieczny. Resman picks it up. He'll skate it out of the zone, tries to go for a long stretch pass, but it's off a body, and Will Gillis will pick it up for Triad, fires a shot on net, and a save by Konieczny. And thought he had it covered up there for a second. It squeaked its way out of the glove, and the Triad section is not happy about that early whistle. Triad wins it back. They'll drop it off for McDowell, and he'll throw it down and in. Davis walks it out front. Weiss tries to get a stick in the lane. They fire another shot off the stick of Konieczny. Hoyt tries to work it forward. They fire one that goes off the stick again of Konieczny, and now he's without his stick. They battle over in the corner. Hicks tries to clear it out. He'll follow it up and get it out of the zone, and he and Weiss is off to the races. They fire one off the goal post. Nimmo holds it in from the point, sends it on net, and it's down low. Weiss coming in to put some pressure on. But the Knights will exit the zone. Good body there by Luke Gunter to get in the way. Aravik turns it over. Shot saved by Konieczny. Into the corner it goes. Lai trying to work it forward. Aravik will pick it away. He'll send it over to the near side glass for mountain man Luke Gunter, who brings it in. Tries to make a move, but he keeps driving towards the net. Picks it up in the far corner. Out to Reagan Dortch. She'll dump it back down for Gunter. He skates it towards right out front. Gunter trying to jam it in front. Man, he's on a tear, on a pace to really do some damage in this game. Nimmo will chase down low. Lie there with him. Works it over back over to Nimmo. Oh, big hit there by Nimmo. And that's out into center ice. And I guess they're going to send Nimmo on a trip. I don't know that I agree with that. 2 minutes on the clock for the penalty kill for the Bulldogs. 11:31 left to go in the first period. 0-0 is the score. Bulldogs have got 5 shots to the Triad's 4. Out to the point. Urick can't hold it, and it's back down the other way. Hicks down. He's boarded. No call on that play. Hicks still going to work right out front. Resman holds, but that's offside, and so we're going to get a face-off just off the Triad bench. Hoyt on the draw with Hicks. Resman and Cooper Hicks backing him up on defense. Hoyt will throw it down and in. Out to settle it is Kadich. Knights send it over to the near side. They'll dump it in. Hicks will throw it to Hicks. Cooper has it now. Back up to Landon Hicks. Over to Hoyt. He'll chip it in and chase. Goes in on the forecheck with Urick. And somebody's going to the box there. I believe it's going to be Urick as he takes Hicks to the board, or Hoyt to the boards. But he didn't have the puck, so. We'll get Justin Lau, I don't know, along with Gunter, Resman, and Cooper Hicks. They'll call an interference on Luke Urick. Gunter tripped up down low. And it's cleared out by And since it's 4-on-4 at the moment, they're going to blow an icing whistle. They'll pull it back down to the Knights zone. Gunter back on the draw. Knights win it over to the near glass. McFarland will circle back. Sends it up the boards. They turn it over to Resman, and he'll fire it back towards the near side. Justin Lai will get it out into neutral ice. Back up to Gunter. He'll skate it in. Fires one off the blocker of Kadich, and that'll go up into the netting for an icing whistle. And a Bulldog ozone faceoff. Hoyt back on the draw. He'll try to work it forward with Hicks. Triad will pick it up, clears it out of the zone. Arabic races down to get the puck. He'll take it around the inboards. He holds on to it long enough to fall down, get up, and then skate back away with it again. Hicks trying to jam it out of the zone. It'll come loose over to the near side for Arabic. Up the boards for Hoyt. It goes off of his skate. He'll knock it away from Blevins. Gets it over to Gus Tolley with the spinorama move. He tries to pass it back to the referee, but he's not ready to play. Arabic out to the blue line, and they try to throw it in offside as they're 20 feet deep. .8:54 left to go in the first period. 0-0 is the score. Bulldogs still have another 16 seconds left to go on the power play. They'll take the faceoff just off the Bulldog bench. Nimmo on the draw now. It's pushed forward by Triad. Nimmo picks up the loose puck. He'll try to work it up. Picks it back up again. Drops it off for Luke Gunter, who walks it in. Fires a shot. And a leg pad save by Kadich. And he'll freeze the puck for a whistle as Nimmo's right there in front looking for a rebound opportunity. Nimmo wins it back to Jake the Snake Resman as it trickles out of the zone. Resman gets tripped up. That'll go down low. No call on the play. Dortch will try to work it forward for Gunter. Back up to Gunter. Triad holds at the point. And that'll trickle out around the stick of Moore. Kadich way out of the net now. Reagan Dortch comes in. She'll chop it back down and in. Triad defense will play catch below their own goal line. Hoyt comes in, tries to pick it away. Weiss in, putting the forecheck on. They work it over to the near side. They take the body and fire a shot up over the glove of Konieczny as the Triad's just able to walk it right in front as the defense waits too late to shorten the gap and just gives them way too much time and space. Just my opinion. 7:46 left to go in the first, and it's 1-0 Triad. Hoyt, Weiss, and Hicks on the draw. Hicks and Resman backing them up on D. Triad brings it in off the faceoff. Hicks works it back up to the line, over to Hicks. Hoyt will wait for the Bulldogs to get onside, and then he'll drive it down into the corner. Tries to get it out to the point. He'll go the opposite direction with it. Comes loose to Cooper Hicks. He'll fire one on net. And Triad's just getting obnoxious with a little bit of physicality. And you can see it's putting a little bit of pressure on the Bulldogs. Nimmo, Orn, and Gunter out to take the draw. Triad wins it, but it's picked away and dumped in by Resman. Nimmo drives down low. Orn out there as well. If you're looking for two boys that like to put some pressure on, it's Jack Nimmo and Jax Orn. Nimmo works his way out front, fires a shot on net, and that'll go off the goaltender and up into the netting, and we'll get another face-off. One out to the point, chipped in by Hicks over to Nimmo. Nimmo turns, fires one, and that's off a stick and wide, and Gunter will chase down low. Tries to get it right out front for Resman, who's snuck down low. He gets a shot on net, but it's off the body and up and wide. Oh, good hit there by Nimmo to knock him off the puck. Over to Gunter to Resman. Maybe or got a piece of that, and it's in the back of the net. And they go over to celebrate right in front of, I believe his name's like Squirrely Dan, who used to be a Granite City fan. Now he's transitioned to Triad. He's a hoot. I don't know if you ever make it down to the games and watch, but talk about energy and passion. You know who I'm talking about if you've been to a game in Granite. Hoyt wins, takes the face-off, tries to win it forward. Shot from Hirschbacher. Goes wide of Konieczny. He'll get it covered up. And so with 6:29, we'll get a face-off just to Konieczny's right. 1-1 is the score. 10 shots for the Bulldogs and 5 for Triad. Hoyt takes the drop. He'll come away with it. He's going to opt to skate it out of the zone. Tries to feed it up to Hicks. Can't get there. So he'll throw it down the ice off of a Triad player, and Hicks will go in on the forecheck. They work that out of the zone, and it's a 3-on-1 with Uravik, and then it's thrown in offside by the Knights, and Hoyt will send it far side, and they wave off the icing as McFarland gets there just in time for the Knights. Up the boards, they find Hirschbacher, picked away by Tolley. Gillis will bring it in. He'll fire a shot that's off of Tolley and wide. Gillis trying to skate it around the net, trying to find somebody in front. Hoyt working it north. They send it out to the point. It's held there by Triad. And cleared out. Hicks holding on to it. He'll follow it up as he chases down and in. McFarland picks it up, throws the brakes on, and Hicks doesn't bat an eye. He's right there with him. Oh, and that'll come out to Hirschbacher. He'll throw it down and in. And that should have been an icing, but they'll wave it off. Soley going to saddle him up, takes him to the boards. Hirschbacher still holding on to it. They sneak Gillis in on the backside, and it's thankfully a Bulldog got a stick in the lane. Gunter will pick it up, exits the zone, gets it over to Justin Lai. He'll throw it in on the forecheck. Gunter comes in, takes the stick of Kadich. I like it, even as a goalie parent. McFarland winds up. He'll throw it in. Dortch will settle it. She'll work it around the boards for Jake the Snake Resman. Up the boards for Gunter. Gunter, stretch pass over to Lai, but it's a bouncing puck, and he'll go in on the forecheck. Comes away with it. Forehand, backhand, save. Rebound. He'll send another one in front. Right there was Nimmo. Resman sends it over to the far side, looking for Dortch, but Triad's going to get there first. Oh, she's toe-picked. And we got some obnoxious kids from, I'm going to guess Triad, by the way they laughed. And a shot. Oh, looking for Gunter on the rebound. Resman knocks it down. Triad will regroup. And they'll dump it in. Weiss back to pick it up. He'll send it around for Jake the Snake Resman. Back over to Weiss. That's going to go all the way out to the point. And dump back down and in where Josh Resman Jr. will throw the brakes on in the corner. He's just finding that open ice as Kyson Hoyt brings it in over to Weiss. Weiss trying to get it out in front. Urich will pick it away. He'll take it into the corner. And Triad will break it out. Cleared away by Konieczny. Into the corner it goes, and there's going to be a hook called on Hoyt, I believe, or is it Hicks? It's going to be Jake the Snake Resman going to the box on a hooking call. I did not see that. One to one is the score. 3:17 left to go in the first period. Triad tries to work it out in front. That's cut off by Cooper Hicks, and he'll send it over the near side for Mountain Man Luke Gunter, who sends one on net, and it's chipped away. Hicks goes in, but pulls up on it as Triad gets there first. Davis tries to set like a rolling pick, along with Urich. Nimmo cuts off the Triad pass, and they'll throw it down and in as they're just trying to kill off this penalty. Perschbacher winds up. Resman works it around him, and it'll come loose and go over to the far corner. Out to the point from Perschbacher. Hicks trying to work it up front. And over to the other Hicks, and he'll skate it out of the zone with some Pele action. Over to Nimmo, and he gets his pass is cut off. A couple of nights will lay down and take a nap. It looks so good. That was Gillis and Urich getting sleepy out there. Davis over to the near sides, chips it out of the zone by Resman. Hoyt in there putting some pressure on. Still another 45 seconds left to kill off. Gillis will bring it in. He'll fire his shot, blockered away by Konieczny. Resman clears it out, and Hicks knocks it away, and that's going to go all the way down on a rolling puck. Kadich almost turns it over to Hicks as he turns his back on the play and to settle the puck. So McFarland will get it set up, the last opportunity, thrown in on net, and Konieczny's not taking any chances. He's going to put a glove on it. With 1:28 left to go in the first, 11 seconds left to go in the Resman hooking penalty. 1-1 is the score. 14 shots for Highland to Triad 6. Nimmo on the draw. And that's won by Nimmo all the way out of the zone, and he's just going to throw the afterburners on. Brings it in, throws the brakes on, and can't hold on to it as he's bodied off the puck. Lai works it away from Triad, but then they'll bring it back in. Tolley up to Gunter. Gunter brings it in. Throws it in on the backhand, and that's denied by Kadich and cleared all the way down the ice by Triad. We'll get a whistle with 50 seconds left to go in the first period. Hoyt on the draw with Orn and Weiss, backed up by Resman and Dortch. Hoyt gets it over to Weiss. He'll send a shot in on net, and that's covered up again by Kadich for another faceoff to his right. Push towards the net. Weiss fires a shot on as Orn ties up the the defenseman, and Weiss fires one, but Kadich is ready for it. And he'll make the save, and another face-off to his right. Out to Dortch. She'll fire it in. The bouncing puck. I like that idea. Just loft it in there so it's got to bounce. Hard to track for goaltenders through traffic. They'll chip it out around Resman. He's on a tear to get back to break it up. It's down low. Dortch there looking to battle. It's cleared around. Weiss picks it up over on the far boards. He tries to clear it up to Hoyt. Horn will go in on the forecheck. And that's shoveled out by Triad, and that'll do it. As the first period expires with a score of 1-1. Knotted up at 1 apiece. 17 shots to 6. And we'll be back with the next 14 minutes in just a few seconds. Konieczny out to the crease to start the second. Nimmo, Gunter. And they're going to need one more forward. Lyle come out to finish out the forward line. Cooper Hicks and Jake the Snake Resman will be backing them up on defense. Gunter sneaking his way in there, trying to get an extra foot in. Hirschbacher tries to bring it in. Davis will finish it off. And a shot goes into the corner. Konieczny makes a save off the body. Gunter trying to clear it out. Gillis trying to hold on to it. Hirschbacher works it over to Davis. Shot saved Konieczny. And a loose puck is quickly covered up. And that made me feel extra uneasy. But Wade's ready for the task as he flashes the 5-hole just a tad there and then covers it right back up. And they're going to redo the face-off again. I guess they caught, I think that was Justin Lies sneaking in there this time. Hirschbacher drives it down low. Cooper Hicks tying him up. They try to work it out front, but it goes off the side of the net. Nimmo down low. That'll come loose to Jake the Snake Resman. He'll clear it out looking for Nimmo. That's going to go around Urich. Nimmo in on the forecheck. He's tied up. And now Nimmo's going to go to the box on a hook. And that was more of a stick lift than a hook. I don't know that I'd agree with that. And so Bulldogs back on the penalty kill. This will be, 2.5 for the night? (13-19) into this left to play in the second. 1-1's the score. Gunter on the draw now. Gunter will turn, fires it. Oh, man, almost caught Lai there, streaking out of the zone. That would have been a nice one. He'll fire that one off the side of the net. Cooper Hicks gets it over to Gunter, and he'll fire it down the ice. McFarland fans on the pass. Lai trying to work it away from him. Killing off some time on the Bulldog penalty kill. McFarland winds up through center ice. He'll try to make a move on Hicks. Does. Sends a shot that goes wide of Konechny in net. Out to the point. They try to find some open ice. Fire a shot. That's off the cage of Konechny. Loose in front, and it's cleared out by Jake the Snake Resman, but held at the point. Triad trying to do it again. McFarland with it from the point. Sends it in front. Blevins trying to find the redirection, and it still goes wide. And Triad, with nobody at the point, sends it out to the blue line. Hicks blows a tire. And McFarland sends it in on net, and Konechny will get it covered up for a whistle. And a face-off, I believe, to his left. Davis will come out to take the draw against Hoyt. Gunter, Tolle, and Aravik still killing off the penalty. They win it back to Aravik. He's tied up down low by Perschbacher. Perschbacher still coming away with it. They try to work it out in front. Hoyt will have none of that, and he'll fire it all the way down the ice, where Kadich will settle it, send it up the boards for Perschbacher. Hoyt will knock it away from him. And it'll go far side for Aravik, who clears it out. Brought back in by the Knights. 10 seconds left to go in the penalty kill. Perschbacher sends it, the no-look pass back to nobody. Urich will hold at the point, dumps it down and in, where Aravik sends it hard around the boards, but McDowell will settle it on the near glass. Throws it back in, but that's off the netting. And so Orn will come on the ice as Nimmo comes out of the box with 11:13 left to go in the second. 1-1's the score. Nimmo wins it back. Tolle sends it around to the far boards for Hicks. He'll bring it in, throws it in for Nimmo on the forecheck. Orn tries to work it out in front as Kadich came out to play that deep. He'll get it around Tolle at the point. And they'll throw that one on net, and Wade will swallow that up with the glove. As it was an easy lofter coming in, there was no reason not to freeze that puck. And they'll take the face-off just to his left. Nimmo's been pretty good on the draw tonight, so there's a good chance they'll have it back in just a moment. Nimmo wins it over to the boards, but Bulldogs opted for the man out in center. I'll turn it over to Hicks. He tries to throw the brakes on to negate the offside. And he'll regroup. Tries to hit Nimmo, but it's on his offhand behind him. And they wave off that icing for what reason, I'm not sure. Orn comes away with it. Tries to get it out front. Jam play. And thank goodness Nimmo's strong on his skates as Triad's trying to cross-check him right on top of Kadich. Hoyt on the draw. Sends it back to Dortch. She'll fire it down and in for Gunter. Gunter over to Hoyt. Fires a shot. Blocker side. Top shelf right where Mono keeps the cookie jar. And it's 2-1 Bulldogs with 10:10 left to go in the second period. And Kyson Hoyt's on the scorecard for the night. Hoyt wins it over to Weiss. He'll drop it back for Dortch. Dortch tries to send it up for the Bulldogs. Oh, Resman's going to the box on an interference call. He takes the body right in front, but Triad had yet to settle the puck, so it's a clear interference call. They're going to call it a cross check, but or no, I believe exit. Yep, they do call it an interference call, and so the Bulldogs will kill off their fourth of the night. Hoyt back on the draw. Wins it over to Resman. Resman's bodied. Hoyt comes in, and man, he's just a wrecking ball. And it's cleared out by the Bulldogs, and McFarland will have to go down to pick up the loose puck. Gunter comes in hot, making them try to turn it over. Gets a stick in the lane on Urich, trying to make the pass to McFarland. And so far, the Triad can't get it out of their own zone. And it's turned over again. Gunter trying to work it loose. Oh, couldn't get the shot off as he was tied up. And it's back the other way for McFarland. He'll bring it in. Hicks settles it. He tries to get it. Hoyt will come away with it. Hoyt over to Gunter. And Gunter sends one hard off the net, or hard off the back inboards. And the Bulldogs will get a change. Hicks clears it out. He takes the push from behind. Landon Hicks winds up with it now, and he'll throw it in down low. Chase it over to the far corner. As he tries to work it away from Blevins. Blevins is holding his stick. Probably could have called a hold on both of them there. They'll bring it in. Picked away by Cooper Hicks. But knocked away there by, I believe that's Rosenberg. Rosenberg fires one that goes wide of the net into the far corner for McFarland. He'll send it in on net, and Konieczny will get a blade on it. That'll go up over the netting, over the net and into the netting. Face off to the left of Konieczny and net for the Dogs. We'll get Nimmo, Orn, Hicks, and Tolley. Triad wins it back. McDowell will send it over to the far side. They'll walk it towards the net. Fire a shot, blocked by Nimmo. He tries to get a body back in the lane. Perschbacher will pick it up. He'll drop it back off at the point. They send it out to McDowell at the blue line, who sends it back over to the far side. That one goes through traffic. Aravik getting tied up in the corner. Perschbacher tries to work it out for Gillis. Nimmo will have none of that as he tries to drive the net. Perschbacher back with it now. Bulldogs have killed it off. Perschbacher will throw it back down and in, where Tolley will pick it up below his own goal line. As he battles with Gillis, Nimmo will come in to help. Chopped away there by Hicks and Hauer. They try to hold on to it, but the Knights will dump it back down and in. Hauer lifts the stick, and it'll get the puck out to center ice, where Triad will turn it over to Hicks. Tries to get it over to Nimmo. Chopped in by Hauer. Back out into neutral ice for Hicks. He'll throw it down and in. And Triad's McDonald will settle it and get set up behind his own net. They got Perschbacher all the way down here doing the cherry pick. And Josh Resman won't have any of that. He'll come in and tie him up. Held at the point at the blue line. Konieczny will make the save as it trickles in through bodies. Nobody in front of the net for a rebound opportunity. Hoyt on the draw. Come through the top of the slot. Reagan Dorsch will go to work. Thrown down low by Triad. Resman up to Gunter. Gunter tries to hit a streaking Hoyt. Justin Lyle will come in, pick up the puck. He'll dance with it in the corner as Bulldogs look to get set up. Thrown out to the blue line for Josh Resman, and he'll fire one towards the net, but Kadich tracks that all the way through. Makes a glove save with 6:14 left to go in the second. 2-1 Bulldogs is the score. 20 shots to 13 in favor of the Dogs. Hoyt on the draw. Bulldogs battling for possession in their zone. Gunter takes the body. That comes out to Orn. Oh, man, it was knocked away, and Hoyt was right there. Hicks will take it down low. Gunter will pick it up below the goal line. That comes right out front. Loose shot. Goal! Cooper Hicks puts one in the back of the net as the loose puck trickles right out to him. He's at the right place, right time, and too much going on in front of Kadich to stop that one with 5:47 left to go, and it's 3-1 Bulldogs. Nemo, Weiss, and Hicks up front, backed up by Tolley and Aravik. Dumped in by Triad. Tolley in to pick up the loose puck. He'll wind up through his own zone, tries to work it up to Weiss. They're going to wave that off. Weiss will go in on the forecheck. Nemo will pick up the puck as they try to work it out front. Hicks, Landon Flavor tries to hammer that one home. And Nemo on the backhand tries to get one on net, and that's saved by Kadich. It's cleared down the ice, where Aravik sends it over to Tolley. And I don't know how. I believe Triad's going to the box. Oh, no. No, that. Oh, they blew that. Never mind. MVCHA Clarkson Eye Care special for all referees. They put both of them in the box, but I didn't catch what Tolley's penalty was, but Triad held on to his stick for seconds, it felt like, and both of them go to the box, so it's still 5-on-5, but that should be a Bulldogs power play 100%. Hicks on the draw. I'm sorry, not Hicks, but Hoyt on the draw, wins it back to Resman. He clears it out. Knights will throw it back down and in where Dorchel tries to set it up. Will come loose to Josh Resman. He'll try to skate it out, but it's picked away. Gunter comes in, takes the body, and Resman will pick it back up. Resman with a nice move. He's just faking everybody out. Brings it in. Figures might as well keep going. Sends it out to Gunter at the point. He'll feather it back down and in. Not really feathered. Hoyt Dumps it back down and in onto the near side where Gunter will drive the zone. Hoyt over on the far boards, working it. Justin Lai sends one through off the leg pad of Kadich. Dorch out into neutral ice, picks it up. Perschbacher knocks her off the puck. Resman with another toe drag move as he winds up with some speed in over the blue line. Tries to skate through 3 Triad kids, and it doesn't work. Hoyt throws one towards the net. Resman will throw that on as well. Now Dorch is getting in on the offensive, and that'll go up into the netting for a whistle. And an O-zone face-off for the Bulldogs. 3:39 left to go in the second. 3-1 Bulldogs is the score. Nimmo, Hicks, and Weiss up front, backed up by Jake the Snake Resman and Cooper Hicks. Landon Hicks sends one towards the net. Weiss down to retrieve. Nimmo there to help. They try to get it out front for Cooper Hicks. And that's off a stick. And Triad gets it out. Cooper Hicks gets a stick in the lane. They'll get it up to Blevins of Triad that fires one. Save Konieczny. Into the corner. Weiss knocks it away, and Nimmo tries to skate it out. I do believe that Wade Konieczny did not appreciate the Triad Knights skating through his crease. Oh, a shot from Nimmo goes wide, and he tripped up Blevins down low and got away with it. I'll allow it. Stay out of the blue paint. McFarland skating it down and in, and the shot goes wide, and Resman picks it up, chips it up the boards for Hicks. Hicks throws it in around, and Resman holds the blue line, walks it, throws it up front, looking for the redirection from Hicks, and it goes up high and into the netting for another Bulldog face-off to the left of Kadich. 24 shots to 14. 2:26 left to go in the second. Hoyt on the draw. He wins it back to Tolley, who fires one. That goes off a body, and they're going to feel that tomorrow. Baravik knocks it away. Tolley throws the brakes on, gets it up to Orn. Orn, stretch pass over to Justin Lyon. He'll bring it in with Hoyt. Takes it in wide. Hoyt gets set up in front. They center it on the backhand pass. Baravik fires one. That's off a body. And Orn's cross-checked onto Kadich. And Lyle throw it down and in. Baravik over on the far side. Throws it down low for Hoyt. It'll let it go for Orn. Tries to get it out front. Lie right out front. Hoyt. Shot goal! 4-1 Bulldogs as Kyson Hoyt is now on the hat trick watch with 1:34 left to go in the second. They capitalize on the pressure in front of the net, and Bulldogs extend their lead. Nimmo, Hauer, and Hicks up front. Backed up by Dorch and Josh Resman. Triad wins it back. Urick will send it over to the near side. Triad brings it in. They wind up. Fire a shot. That'll go off the glass. Rosenberg down low. Resman will pick it up. He'll throw the brakes on to find some open ice. Resman winds up right up the center. He'll throw the speed on. Tries to work it through three people again, and it doesn't work. Nimmo throws it towards the net. Hauer will go into the corner. George driving it down low. And Nimmo tries to poke it around. Hauer on a good pinch. He'll hold on to it, throws it towards the net. Hicks trying to settle it, but the bouncing puck comes loose. And Hicks will pick it back up and walk the blue line. Fires a shot. Resman pumps one that goes just wide. And that'll go all the way down the ice. Rolling on net for Konieczny. He'll cover it up. And Blevins comes in with a nice chop on his glove. 23 seconds left to go in the second. 4-1 Bulldogs is the score. Hoyt will take the face-off versus Davis. Weiss trying to clear it up the boards. Triad will dump it down and in. Jake the Snake Resman tries to make a fake move on Gillis. Gunter and Hoyt will get it out. They'll work it over to Weiss. Weiss will gain the zone. Kadich comes way out to poke it away. And that'll do it for the end of the second period. As Carey will skate it out of the zone. And we'll be back in just a few more minutes with your third period. Sarah game tomorrow. They check with the goaltenders and the time clock. They're ready to go. Hoyt against Davis. Gunter and Weiss on the wings for the Bulldogs. Triad will bring it in. They'll fire a shot on net, and Konieczny will swallow that up for a whistle. No rebound opportunity with just 6 seconds off the clock, and the faceoff will be to his left. 4-1 Bulldogs is the score as we start the third period. Hoyt on the draw again. They win it to the back, and Konieczny flashing the leather. It's McFarland fires one on net. I could have used a little more windmill action on that one, Wade. I mean, really put some extra effort into those. Hoyt wins it back to Resman. He'll fire it up the boards looking for Gunter. Hoyt finds it, clears it over to Gunter. Weiss over to Gunter. Gunter skates in. Oh, he loses the handle. Resman holds at the blue line, and Weiss will turn and fire it towards the net. Bouncing puck, almost finds its way through. Gunter tries to get one on net, and Gillis will skate it out of the zone. Perschbacher brings it in, and they'll wave that one off. Resman up to Weiss. Weiss looking for that stretch pass over to Gunter. What I'd call a cherry pick if it wasn't our team. And Triad will settle it in their own zone. Weiss in on the forecheck, looking to break it up. Man, that was dangerous right through the crease by McDowell. Triad will send it up to Blevins, who tries to chip it in. Cooper Hicks clears it over to the far side. Carey will bring it in. That's offside. And Nimmo will regroup. He'll send it up the boards to Cooper Hicks. Landon Hicks. Triad with it, clears it out of the zone. Over to Perschbacher, over to Gillis. He can't settle it. It'll go into the corners. Shot from a hard angle. Goes off of Konieczny and all the way out at the hands of Justin Lai. He'll chip it in. Nimmo driving towards the net. Lai comes in, separates it. Lai is just cross-checked right in front. And Gillis gets away with one. Oh, man, he almost found the back of the net there. And I think we are going to get the call. As Gillis will go to the box. And we get some of the old "you can't do that" chant here from the Bulldogs kids section. We got some obnoxious Triad kids sitting in the wrong spot. Somebody didn't have their Ritalin today. Hoyt on the draw, wins it back to Resman, dumps it down and in. Ravik up the boards to, Orrin up the boards to Cooper Hicks. Shot, goal! Orrin in front, sends it on net, and it goes off skates and makes its way below the goal line, inside the net, and it's 5-1 Bulldogs. And I believe, is that Jax Orrin's first varsity goal? I get confirmation from his agent. She says yes. And it's 5-1 Bulldogs with 11:54 left to go in the third period. Nimmo on the draw with Hauer and Hicks. Dumped in by Triad. Dortch in. Working it away. Resman will pick it up. He'll wind up. Got Hauer at center ice. And it's knocked away by McDowell. Resman working it back and forth with Nimmo. And that one's cleared out to the point, but Resman able to hold on to it. Hicks takes it into the corner. He's got Hauer there with him. Hauer picks it up, works it clean, and sends it out to nobody at the point as Resman had sunk down low. And so he'll regroup into his own zone. Dortch tries to clear it out. It's held by Moore. Blevins down low, gives it away to Nimmo. He'll drop it off for Dortch. Dortch winds up in her own zone, sends it over to the far side for Hauer, and he'll go in on the forecheck as Carey picks it up for the Knights. Miller clears it out, up the boards to Blevins. Blevins turns, fires it off the skate of Perschbacher, and that'll go over to the far side where it's worked down low, but Perschbacher lets it go, and Hicks will let it go for Resman, who tries to clear it out, and Weiss will block a shot from the point. Resman sends it around the boards for Patton Weiss. Back over to Resman. Back out to the point. And that'll go off the stick of Carey up into the Bulldog bench. And we'll get a whistle. They'll take the face off to the left of Konieczny with Lie on the draw now with Weiss and Orn. They send a shot through that goes wide to Konieczny in net. Orn tries to clear it out, but it's held by McFarland. Resman clears it out, and McFarland will settle it for the Knights. Orn in on the forecheck. Cooper Hicks makes a move, and Weiss will bring it in. He'll throw it in on the backhand and picks it away from Triad as they try to skate it out. Cleared over to the far boards. Cooper Hicks driving the zone. He's plowed by McFarland. And Perschbacher trying for that stretch pass again. That as long as it's not us, I call it cherry picking. And they can't settle it for him. A shot goes on net by Konieczny. Triad driving the net like there's a rebound to be had. And it was in Konieczny's glove for several seconds. He'll take the face off to the left of Konieczny. Hoyt on the draw. Triad wins it back to the point. They can't clear it out as it goes off the shin pad of Gunter, and he'll wind up. Tries to find it his way through to Hoyt. Hauer there to pick up a rebound. He's going to work in the corner. Hoyt will throw it down low for Gunter. Gunter throwing the reverse hit on, I believe that's Moore. Gunter shot off the post. Out to the point. Tolley can't hold on to it. Perschbacher. Oh, Tolley picks the pocket of Perschbacher, and then he returns the favor, brings it in, fires his shot wide at Konieczny. Out to Hauer at the blue line. He can't clear it out, and Gillis trying to do it. Gunter will chip it out. Carey throws on the afterburners, but Gunter comes in, takes it away from him, and Hoyt sends one on net. Kadich will get it covered up as he comes out, far out of the crease to play the puck. And they'll take the faceoff just to his right. Nimmo, Weiss, and Hicks up front, backed up by Aravik and Tolley. Knights come away with it. Nimmo sends one on net, and Kadich isn't taking any chances. He'll cover it up. 8:07 left to go in the third. 5-1 Bulldogs is the score. Pushed down low by Hicks as Nimmo takes the body on the faceoff. They'll send that out to the point where Tolley will dump it down and in, but that goes off a stick and up into the netting for another offensive zone faceoff. Knights win the faceoff back. Resman will hold it. Dumps it in on the backhand shovel. Hicks with it down low. Dortch down to pinch. And that one's cleared out by Triad, but Resman will pick it up at center ice. It's Josh Flavor. He'll send it up the boards for Weiss. Back out to Resman. He'll chip it in, and Nimmo will go in on the forecheck. They send one from Weiss, goes through the top of the crease. And McFarland trying to exit his zone. He'll take it for a skate behind his own net as Triad gets a little breather. And then they'll quickly turn it back over to the Bulldogs. Resmond spins off for Rosenberg, and he'll fall down. And Resmond fires one on net that goes just high and wide. Resmond back for Nimmo, right out front. Oh, it's swept away by Blevins. And he'll exit the zone. Weiss throws the poke check. And that's down in the zone. Blevins getting away with the hold. Oh, Weiss is just hammered from behind without the puck. Up, and Resmond's going to go to the box as he retaliates. Horn comes in, throwing the body. And so they missed the, I don't know that it was a board. Number 9 from Triad came in hot on Patton Weiss and hit him from behind. But Resmond with a blatant retaliation call. It was an accidental board, but it's still a board and should have been called. Triad trying to go with the 6-man offense with the goalie. Referees catch on quickly. Orrin with a nice hit, and he'll clear that out of the zone. And they're going to go send Orrin to the box now. So now they're going to give Orrin a penalty as they're going to call it elbowing. And Triad will be on the 3-on-5. They're going to pull the faceoff out to neutral ice on account of them having to stop the play for the player. He did bake it off the ice under his own power. They bring it in. We've got Hoyt, Resmond, and Hicks out there. McDowell skating it down low. McFarland with it on the near glass. He'll skate towards the net. Fires a shot. Konieczny with a save. No rebound as he'll cover it up. 1:21 left to go in the game. The first penalty would expire at 1:22. And the second penalty would expire at 1:35. So the Bulldogs could be on the penalty kill for the rest of the game. Hicks, Tolley, and Nimmo taking the draw. Triad wins it back. McFarland and Gillis will go D to D. And Konieczny will make a save as Tolley's making sure to clear that crease so that he's got a good view of anything coming in. 5-1 Bulldogs is the score with 1:12 left to go in the game as they look to kill off a 3-on-5. Hicks takes the face-off. Shot saved by Konieczny again. I cannot believe that they don't have the net empty for Triad, but what do I know? Hirschbacher trying to work it loose. Nimmo knocks it away. Oh, right there, loose in front for Tolley. Almost couldn't knock it away. Levins with it. Shot goes high and wide. Through the back of the crease. It was wide open for Carey, and he fanned on it. Nimmo with a big hit. Miller couldn't clear one out. Hicks trying to work it north. 33 seconds left to go. McFarland, shot blocked by Nimmo. Triad still with their goalie in net, so they're not even going to worry about it. Shot from Miller, saved by Konieczny. That's going to go down the ice. Kadich out to play it. Gillis coming in hot, hits himself. Blevins winds up over on the far side. Hicks knocks it away. Oh! Well, That's going to do it. Yeah, I can imagine some suspensions after this. They're going to call it. That's a 5-1 Bulldogs win. Want to thank you for tuning in tonight. We'll be back tomorrow or on Monday and Tuesday night. I believe JD plays this weekend. Everybody have a safe drive home, and we'll see you back at the rink.